Here we are, viewers, and welcome back to an episode with me, Bearlenation. You join me for squad review day just after winning promotion to the championship, which the board declared an unexpected promotion, which is a positive. It means we're now basically, viewers, we are untouchable. We are untouchable. So just before we get into the squad review, they're satisfied with our attacking football that we're playing. Very pleased with the possession football that we're playing. On course to work within the wage budget, because we've now got about 40,000 to play with at the moment. Very happy with the top half finish that we've achieved as we've got promoted. And be competitive in the League One playoffs. We passed because we've won it, so that's more than competitive. And then by the end of next season, we've already achieved our goal of winning promotion. So yeah, we're not doing badly. We are not doing badly. We're a season ahead of where the board wanted. So we're currently spending 79,000 on wages with 118 in the budget. But let's get into this. So here we are. The league stats for all the players are here. And as you can see, let's go through them. So first up, Christy Pym. He's going to be staying. However, because we are looking at releasing Chapman because his contract is up in the summer, he may become a backup. So we are going to be looking for a goalkeeper going forward to just try and improve it. Because I think what's Pym is he's a 2.5 star. I think 2.5 star. He's 27, so he's come up to a good age to be a goalkeeper. But I just think in the championship we need a better keeper than 2.5 star. Chapman, he's 31. 2 star, his contract's up in the summer, 1.7 thousand a week. Yeah, I think he's going to be going, unfortunately, and it adds more to the budget to try and get in a better keeper. Defence wise, Mark Beavers' contract is up. We are going to offer him a new deal. He's currently on 4,000 a week. It depends on how much he wants, but I'm hoping he won't want too much of an increase. But we will be looking to keep him just for his experience, as he is getting on a bit now. He's 32 years of age, but I still think he's got a lot to offer this team. Frankie Kent, he's definitely staying. At 26 years old, he's on quite a high wage at 4,300 a week, but 3 star, potential 3.5 star. Still think he's got a lot to offer this club. Got some great stats here, good heading, good tackling, he's good marking as well. He's quite the all-round player at the moment, which is nice to see, and hopefully he can grow a little bit more in the championship. Bobby Coppin, he's only 20 years old. He's potential 2 star with maybe 3 if you play him enough. He has got some good stats though for the right back, but I just think his crossing could be improved and his anticipation could be better. At 20 years old, I think we might give him a year out on loan. Depends what other transfers happen, but he's definitely staying. But well, he will be a Peterborough player when I say he's definitely staying, but he might be on loan next season. We'll have to wait and see. Akeem Julius, the man of the match from the playoff final. 3.5 star ability at the moment. At 18 years of age, we're paying absolutely nothing towards him. I would like to keep him around next season. Again, I think he will be quite the asset to any championship squad next season, especially with one that's just been promoted. So Akeem, we are going to look at loaning. It will depend on his wages though. Trevor Birch, after the grave administration area, I should say, I would like to maybe give him 6 months to start with and see how he gets on in the championship. It will depend on his wages though, but at 22 years of age, I still think there's enough in him for a championship player at the moment, and he could grow because he's 2.5 star, potential 4.5 star. Granted, he's not our player, but if we can get him playing better, becoming a better player at Peterborough, we will only reap the benefits in the short term. Nathan Thompson, again, 31, he is aging a bit, 3 star ability rather. His stats are going down, but I think again for the experience that it'll bring to his squad in the championship, maybe his contract's up next summer, so we'll maybe look at that then. But I think for another season, he's definitely worth keeping about. So I think Nathan Thompson, unless an outstanding bid comes in for him, will be staying at this club. Reese Bennett, unfortunately, is not really featured for me since I've joined the club. He's played 31 games in total this season, but Again, a 2-star, potential 2-star ability. So he's peaked. He's reached his maximum that he's going to do. At 30 years of age, he's getting on a little bit. 1.7 a week. He's played his last game for this club, unfortunately. And although he's been a great servant to the club, I think there's better options out there. Next up, Dominic Thompson. Now this is an exciting young man. 21 years of age, on loan from Brentford. Again, he's someone I would like to keep. Whether we get him or not, I don't know. Are Brentford in our league? Brentford are in the Premier League, so I can't see it being a problem getting him, but it will be his wages. But if we get him on a free again, I would love to keep him next season because he's really impressed me since joining the club. He's averaged a 7.1 rather in 17 league games with 2 assists. For me, he's been a really good loan signing and someone I would definitely like to keep around the place. Next up, Zach Swanson. This is the transfer I've been most happy with since starting at Peterborough. 7.41 overall, average rating, 16 appearances, 2 goals, 10 assists from that right-hand side. I mean, that is unbelievable, really, for a man that signed in January. He is someone I definitely want to keep about next season. 4-star ability. The only issue is, I don't know if Arsenal will let him stay, but we'll certainly be in the market to try and keep him. Mikhail Fosu, someone that's not really featured for me, so I think with a year left on his contract, 400 a week, we'll probably just loan him out for a year, see how he gets on, and then maybe look at his contract next season. But at the moment, he won't be featuring for Peterborough, so we are going to look for a loan for him. Similarly, Aaron Powell, again, 19 years old, 1.5-star ability. His contract's up. He's going, unfortunately. I just can't see a future for him at the club. He's only a potential 1.5-star to 2.5-star player. He's not going to make the grade here, so he's going, unfortunately. But I do thank him for the service he's put into the club. Next up, Callum Cook. I think he's a very exciting prospect for this squad. 3-star ability, potential 3.5-star. For a central midfielder, where we've been playing him, he's averaged this season a 7.14. Again, he's got good acceleration, good stamina, good natural fitness as well. Good dribbling, good finishing, good first touch, good passing, techniques good. Again, he's a well-rounded player, and I think he will do the business for us in the Championship, so he's someone I would definitely like to keep around next season. Reid, again, 4-star ability, potential 4-star, so he's about where he will be at his maximum. I would like to keep him about because he's clearly one of the better players in this team. Again, 7.26 average this season, 6 goals, 6 assists. For me, he's staying. I think there's no question about it. He's going to be here next season, again, unless some ridiculous bid comes in for him. And at 24 years old as well, he's still young enough to just try to make those small improvements, like his tackling is going up, as is his agility. Strength, he could be a little bit better, I would maybe like to see, but overall, I'm really happy with him. Idris Kanu, I think unfortunately his days are numbered here. We are going to look at selling him. Yes, he's only 22 years old, but he's on 2,500 a week. He's currently a 2.5-star, potential 3.5-star. He's not someone I'm particularly interested in. I mean, he's not even started a game this season. He's come off the bench 19 times. I think, unfortunately, his days at this club are numbered, so he is someone that we are going to look at getting rid of. Next up, Harrison Burrows. He is the prospect at this club at the moment. 20 years of age, current ability 2.5-star, potential 4.5-star. I think he will be incredible as a player. He's played 38 times this season, 20 starts, 18 off the bench, 5 goals, 6 assists. Again, he's got a long future at his club, hopefully. 20 years of age, plenty of time for him to grow into a brilliant player for Peterborough United. He will be here next season. Sean Razvidza, 19 years of age, currently 2-star ability, potential 2 to 3. I think we'll probably just look at loaning him out. He's got another 2 years left on his deal. We'll see if he can improve a little bit in the next year and then maybe make a decision on him. He's not really had an impact this season. He's played 2 games in the Leasing.com trophy. I think a loan move will be best for him when he's coming up to 20 years of age. Jack Taylor, he's someone that I'm definitely looking at keeping. 44 games in total this season, 7 goals, 6 assists with an average rating of 6.97. Would like to see that average rating come up a little bit, but again, for what we'll need in the Championship, I think he'll be a very good player. Currently 2.5 star potential, 3.5 star. 23 years of age, so there's plenty of time for him to grow. And I can't see it being a problem for him to be here next season. And I think he will have a positive impact in the Championship. Next up, the main man, in my opinion, or joint mate man, Marcus Maddison. As we know, he can cut it in the Championship as he did in our first season as Hull City manager. He's played 40 games this season with 6 goals and 6 assists. He is wanted. Who's he wanted by? He's wanted by Hull. No, they can absolutely get nowhere near him unless they put in a ridiculous offer. He is one of the higher earners at the club, but I think now we've got an increased wage budget, it shouldn't be something we need to concern ourselves about. 28 years of age, he's probably got another 2 to 4 years, I would say, at this club, if we can keep hold of him before he maybe starts to decline or outgrows the club. So I'm very happy to keep him about next season. I think he will have a great impact in the Championship once again. Next up, Dion Pereira. I think unfortunately his days are numbered at the club. He's not really featured for me. I think I might have played him once or twice in a game off the bench. It's 3,200. His contract is up in the summer. I think he's someone that we're not interested in keeping. I think he's got too much work to do for an attacking midfielder, for his passing to be 8 and his technique to be 10. It just doesn't fill me with confidence. So unfortunately, he's going to be leaving. And like I said, 3,200 a week, that's a big chunk into the wage budget that we can utilise for someone of better ability. Next up, Shrika Dembele. He's staying, without a doubt. He's been a great... his form's been inconsistent, but he has been really good for us. 3-star, potential 3.5 star. Again, he's got some great stats when you look at him. I would like to see his anticipation grow, but he's got good flair, good passing, good technique. First touch is brilliant, crossing's good, dribbling. It's everything that you need. I think at 25 years old, again, there's room for a growth there. He's on 6,000 a week, so it is a fair chunk, but I think with 2 years left on his deal, it's a no-brainer to keep him at the moment. And here's the other joint mate man, Ivan Toney. 26 years of age, 6,250 a week on wages, 3.5 star, potential 3.5 star. He's got 18 goals in 49 appearances this season with an average of 6.91. He's going to be leading the line and starting in the Championship, I would say, unless we can bring in somebody unbelievable, but he is still going to be the main man. We may have to fend off a few offers for him, but like I say, we are looking at keeping him. He's still got 3 years left on his contract as well. Next up is young Finn Clark. He's 19 years of age, 2-star ability, potential 2 to 3 star. 2 years left on his contract. I think we'll look at loaning him out for a year and then maybe have a look at him after that. But like I say, we're 19 years of age, still got plenty of time to grow. I would like to see this passing and first touch here improve a little bit. They're a bit poor, but other than that, his technique's good, his off the ball's good, dribbling and crossing are good. Yeah, again, I think there is a little player in there. I think if we can loan him out and get some first team football for him, because he's only made 10 appearances rather from the bench. He needs some first team football, and we'll look at giving him that next season out on loan somewhere. Next up, Yannick Toure, a man I said would have a big impact in this season, what was remaining, and I was wrong. Completely wrong. He made 1 start for us, 10 sub appearances, an average of 6.60. Didn't get a goal, didn't contribute with an assist. No interest in keeping him whatsoever. I think he will be a good player for someone when you look at his stats, but it's not here and it's not now. Next up, Mohamed Issa. 2.5 star ability, potential 2.5 star, 27 years of age, 4,000 a week with a year left on his contract. He's not really made a great impact this season. He's played 22 games, scored 4 goals with an average of 6.74, and I just think at 27 on that wage, he's not someone that we need. Maybe as a backup, and then look to sell him in January because he's only got a year left on his deal. But if we can bring other players in, I would say he'd be out the door. And last but not least, in the first team, Jade Jones. Again, young player, 19 years of age, 2-star ability at the moment, potential 2, maybe 3-star. He has got some good looking stats here, some positive looking stats. I think if we send him out on loan, which is the plan for next season, we'll hopefully see the fruits of that and see him grow as a player. Made 6 sub appearances with 1 goal to his name. Like I say, I think there's a young player in there that could do the job in the future, but I think a loan move would suit him brilliantly. In the development centres, you can see we've got some really promising youngsters here in both midfield and central defensive roles. 17 and 19, I maybe think looking for a loan for those players to get some first team ability, or first team games rather, in their game, just to give them that bit better ability would do them the world of good. Worryingly, Rudder Gregory's growth has peaked and it's gone down over the last 4 months. It's had a sharp decline, but fingers crossed he'll pick that back up. Dennis Johnson going up, Steve Black going up, but I think there's some exciting youngsters here who could be the future of Peterborough United. In the under-18s, we've got two players that look like they could be the business. We've got Paul Brown at centre-back, who also plays right-back, and Andy Davis, who's on the left wing. Paul Brown rather, I think at 16, we'll probably give them a year again, maybe in the under-23s to get them used to that level, and then look at loaning them out. But again, they look promising players for the Peterborough future. And just before we wrap up this season review, finance-wise, we're currently 473,000 minus in the budget, but like I say, I think with the extra income that the Championship will bring, we'll look at trying to make a profit. I don't know what the projection is at the moment. A loss of 4 million. I don't know where they picked that up from, but they've increased. They're suspecting the expenditure will increase, which I suppose it will when we look at bringing in players, but we'll have to wait and see. And now, finally, before we go, I think what we do need to improve are the goalkeeper, the defence, and maybe look at bringing in another striker that's on par with Tony. I'm quite happy with the midfield and quite content, but if there is someone out there, we'll look at bringing them in. Like I say, it'll probably be a mixture of loans and free transfers, because we've not got any money to spend, unfortunately. But fingers crossed some of the big boys will loan us some of the players. Like I say, the key one for me at the moment is Swanson. He's had such a good impact since coming here, and Thompson as well. I'm just editing this video, viewers, and I realise it's quite a long video, which I didn't realise at the time of recording. So what we'll do is we'll leave this episode here for today. If you join again tomorrow, we will come back for the transfer special and the first games of the season. And if you have enjoyed what you've seen today, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.